how I learned to survive without you. So, that being said, it's going to be about me and my father, as well as something to help other people with the things that they done been told they was missing in life. So, I'm going to start off with me. I was always up under my father. Um, and I mean, pretty much up under my mother as a kid. But me and my father had like a unique relationship to the point that me and him was super close. So when him and my mother separated, it was a rough adjustment for me. I'm pretty sure it was a rough adjustment for my sisters as well. But for me, it was like the equivalent of living with your superhero. You know what I'm saying? So living with my superhero, my father, it just, every day was like I used to wake up with this same look that's probably on my face now, just like, looking for him, you know what I'm saying? And usually he would be the one to wake me up and he would say, "What's up, champ? You know, get up, champ." Hmm. And it's these same things that my father would say to me that once him and my mother separate, I used to have to tell myself, I used to like mimic it, like, "Get up, champ. Come on, get up, champ." And I'm saying all this to say, family, not to try to skim through it too fast or none of that, but I feel it coming on. But this the thing. I could have took what society told me as I was growing up, after him and my mother separated. I could have took that as law. Like if you don't have your father, you know, you bad off. But instead, thankfully I was able to take the time that I did have with my superhero, my father, and channel that and use it as building blocks to the point when I would get around other men of similar qualities, I would listen. I would pay attention to what they had to say, and most of all, I would learn from their examples. Um, for those who didn't get to spend no time with their father, what I would encourage you to understand is, through me being around my superhero, I was able to channel shit that was already within me. It just so happened I had an example. For those who don't have an example, I want to tell you this. A lot of times people's spirit is so big that it cannot be hampered or it doesn't need an example. You know, you just put that focus on you and intuitively go throughout this life and you will see like what's meant for you and what's not. But if we go through our life with a complaint already, I'm telling you, man, it puts you at a state where when you wake up, instead of you waking up with that smile on your face, you wake up with a complaint. And honestly speaking, the most successful people don't sit around complaining all day. They don't. They take the time that's given to them, they take the resources that's afforded to them, and they make the best out of it. You know, a lot of times making the best out of those situations, because some people are, satisfied with where they are. But those who make the best out of those situations and seek to elevate, they treat it as those steps. Those same steps that it took to elevate them. You feel me? Whereas some people see those steps and instead of them using them as building blocks to create steps, they just use them as walls. They can't see past them. And so for some people that's stuck at a certain facet in life, and they want you to be stuck there, similar to how they give us these handicaps of you didn't have your father, you poor, you this, you know. So this is the series, how I learned to live without you, and how I learned to be grateful for what I have to get all that I want. I love you as myself, family. There ain't nothing you can do about it. So we are one. It's been another segment in the Blacks Rehab. It's virtual, physical, soon to come.